All right, you've been hearing from a number of Republicans who've had a chance to either directly meet Donald Trump today in Washington or those that are waiting for that moment who are still skeptical of him and not quite sure that they can embrace him. To actor and Donald Trump supporter, you might have recognized the guy, Scott Baio, says you're going to have to move on. You're going to have to get on the Trump wagon here. But they're not doing that, Scott. Good to see you.
It's good to see you, Neil.
What do you make of those who are saying, I don't know?
You mean like Paul Ryan?
Yeah, they're skeptical.
I don't think it's skepticism at all. I think it's self-indulgent. How can this benefit me? Play. I think he's trying to be a power player. And for me, it tells me everything that's sort of wrong with the Republican Party. Sort of done with them. I think they shoot themselves in the foot every other minute. Trump is the nominee.
Very early on, you liked him, and there were many who did not, because either his language, the way he treated people, none of that mattered to you. Why not?
Well, first of all, it was the way he was talking that attracted me to him, because when I hear politicians talking, it sounds like the parents in Charlie Brown. Right. And then when I heard Trump speaking, I actually heard words and sentences and phrases that I understood. And once I saw what his policy proposals were, my wife was on him before I was, because I was a Scott Walker guy, and then he disappeared, but I still think he's a good guy, but I jumped right to Trump. But you know, once I heard his policies, he just seemed different, fresh, and exciting to me. And I thought, man, this is the kind of guy that I think is going to do great. I think he's the guy that's going to go to Washington and blow it up as much as any one man can. And more importantly, Neil, for me, because of the way he was bombastic and the way he was coming out with some of the words that he was using, I knew that he would take Hillary Clinton or whomever their nominee is to task and beat him pillar to post.
So you think he could win big?
I think he could win huge, because he will go at them the way they've gone at the Republican side forever, and we've never, ever had a guy go on the attack like this. And that's what you need nowadays, and it's unfortunate, but to me, he's the guy that's going to...
You were critical of Mitt Romney, who you also supported, for not doing enough of that, right? When he was
he just disappeared.
Yeah. What do you think of what he's been saying since?
I don't get it. I think I'm so disappointed in it. And I was talking earlier, and I think what it is, part of it is because he's a businessman and Trump is a businessman, he's a little jealous that a businessman is going to beat him to the presidency. And for the life of me, he's the nominee. Suck it up, be a man, and let's go.
Well, you've maintained this position. You were a big backer of Ronald Reagan's.
Yes.
So, I mean, you had a prominent spot at the Reagan funeral.
Yeah.
You were quoted in texts and all. Did it ever hurt you in your career? I mean, I asked John Ratzenberger the same thing, yet he's been in every Pixar film. So it's just the two of you.
It's a few more.
I understand, but does it hurt you?
Tell you what, I have not stopped working up until 2 years ago when I had a show on Nick at Night, and once that show went off, I did that for 3 years. I just didn't feel like doing anything, and I still don't really feel like doing anything.
But did you ever feel maybe I should pull my political punches? I shouldn't be this, because I want these jobs. I got them. Okay. I got the jobs, and to me it always seems, and this is the oldest trick in the book, you make money for people, you're going to work. But you're still open to controversy. In 2010, you posted a controversial tweet saying taxes are done. That should feed, house, and provide medical for a few lazy, non-working people at my expense. Have a great Monday. Now, it was picked up by a number of blogs that said, you know, you were all but a racist and insensitive. You answered it by saying what? Am I lying? Is that not a true statement? The top 1% of people pay 45% of the taxes in the country, and I need to pay more? I don't pay my fair share of people. Were you concerned with those, because you were factually, and the percentage you just mentioned, right, that it was like akin to the Mitt Romney 47% rate? No one disputed that 47% were not paying federal income taxes, but that the way he said it made it seem like he was insensitive, and that the way you said this, Scott. Neil, I'm not a politically correct guy, and I don't care anymore. Really? I really don't care. I speak the way I speak. If I don't have a country, I got nothing. So what do you think of all these Hollywood types? If Trump gets in there, we're going to Canada.
I've already worked this out. My friend Bob Shapiro and I were going to charter a plane for them. And they can go wherever they like. I will put drinks on the plane. I'll put some nice lobster. See you later.
All right. Donald Trump personally remembers people like you who were with him very early.
Okay. By the way, I'm not doing it for that.
I know you're not. I know you're not. Should you have a cabinet position? Who's never had a cabinet secretary, Baio? Not even close.
I don't know what he would have me do.
It would be fun.
I'd be an ambassador to Hollywood.
Right. Not enough Italians.
Exactly right.
All right. Scott Baio, he and I share the same birthday.
Awesome.
How he looks so young is beyond me. We don't have time to get into that. But I'm very angry at him. And I deliberately told my wife that he's not on because she's a big fan.
What's your wife's name?
Mary.
Mary?
She's not watching. You'd be wasting your time.
She's not? You don't TiVo every show that you do?
No, can't be bothered. All right.